Hey everybody, I'm Maikel and this is my Lorthos the Tidemaker deck. Hello everyone, this is Lorthos. He costs 8 mana, 3 blue, 5 colorless. If you attack with him, you may pay 8 colorless. If you do, tap up to 8 target permanents. Those permanents don't untap during their controller's untap steps. He also has 8 power and 8 toughness, so he's known for his 8-8-8-8. Also, he's a giant octopus. In this deck I play 31 basic islands. It's mono blue, so it likes his islands. And next up we have some non-basic lands. First up is Temple of the False God. It taps for 2 mana if you control 5 or more lands. Always nice, more mana. Tectonic Edge gets away of problem lands, which are played a lot in Commander. Phyrexia Score, which combos quite nicely with the Spine of Ish Sah, which I will talk about later. Reliquary Tower, no blue deck should go without it, because you like to draw some cards. Academy Ruins gets back artifact cards, so you can cycle through them more and get more value out of them. And Tolaria West fetches either Academy Ruins or Reliquary Tower most of the time with his transmutability. Also can fetch Everflowing Chalice. It's my mana rocks. Everflowing Chalice always nice, gets you a lot of mana. Early on it's just a rock, and later on it gives you massive amounts of mana. Soaring, almost included in every commander deck. More mana, always nice. Expedition map, once again, get those lands you need for some interactions. Mindstone, it's a small rock early on, and if you don't need it anymore, you can draw a card. Thran Dynamo, taps for 3 colorless mana, also some colorless ramp. Solemn Simulacrum, fetches a basic land from your library and put it into play tapped, and also draws you a card while being a body. Dreamstone Hedron, taps for 3 colorless, so you can get more mana, and also if you don't need it, you can draw some cards. Cage Sun, double up all your mana, insane. I wish you could play the other doublers, but it's kind of a budget deck. I don't play a lot of counter spells because my playgroup tends to think they're unfun for EDH. I do play 2. First one is Overwhelming Intellect. It counters a creature spell and draws you cards equal to that spell's converted mana cost. Very nice. And next up is Draining Whelk. It counters a target spell, it has flash, and when it comes into play it gets X+1/+1 counters, where X is that spell's converted mana cost, which is also quite nice. You counter a spell, get a big beater. Because I don't play counter spells, I have to do other stuff to get away of problem permanents, and I thought a fun way to do that is by copy and stealing. So Cryptoplasm becomes a general to destroy it, and otherwise becomes the best creature on the battlefield each upkeep. Very versatile. Clone, same story, it becomes any creature you need it to be, and it's always for kill target general, which is nice. Reins of Power, if somebody is overwhelming you with creatures, you can punish them for that and attack them back with their own creatures. Rite of Replication, very good card. For 4 it gets you a token of a target creature, but if you kicker it, you get 5 instead, and usually that means your opponent is in trouble. Next up is Mind Control. Just get rid of a creature and gain a creature yourself. Same goes for Corrupted Conscience, only in effect, sometimes very awesome in EDH. Confiscate, gets away of a problem permanent and gives it to you. Quite nice if you can't deal with auras and artifacts and stuff. Same goes for Volition Reins, also gets you Planewalkers just like Confiscate. Knowledge Exploitation, you can search your opponent's library for an instance or sorcery card and play that. Usually means good times. Blatant Thievery, for each opponent gain control of target permanent he or she controls. Very nice if you play a multiplayer game with 3 other people. It nets you 3 permanents, which is always nice. You can get some value out of this. And Quicksilver Gargantuan is just a giant clone, which always will be 7/7. And Take Possession always also gains control of target permanent and has split second, so it can be countered and stuff. Next up we have some bounce spells. Evacuation. All creatures go back to its owner's hands, buys you some time, gives you some breathing space. Same goes for Inundate, only this doesn't target my own creatures, which is nice. Kederekt Leviathan, he also bounces on non-land permanents, and when you unearth him, you can do it again. People really don't like this card. Next up, Capsize, just buyback bounce, can always help get away of certain permanents you can't get rid of. You can just keep on bouncing them. Spine of Ish Sah, which combos nicely with Phyrexia score. It just destroys target permanents. It's fetchable with Treasure Mage. And also, if you can keep sacking it with Phyrexia score, you can blow up a permanent every turn. Some random removal. Pungify, destroy target creature. Its controller gets a 3/3 ape token. Usually not a problem, that 3/3. The creature it's destroying is usually a problem. So for 1 mana, that's nice. Oblivion Stone, just mass removal, protects some of your own cards. Next up we have Karn Liberated, that's my Spanish Karn Liberated. Exiles a permanent, always nice, and if it gets to live, you can do some fun stuff with it. Jace Beleren, draws everyone some cards, then draws you some cards. Rhystic Study, opponents have to pay 1 extra for each spell they play, or you draw some cards. Usually very annoying for the opponent, and some people ignore it, so you can draw lots and lots of cards. Vector Fiction, very nice card, it's instant speed, and usually gives the opponent a headache because they have to think so much about what to do. I like it a lot. Next up is Consecrated Sphinx. If it lives, it draws you 1,000,000 cards. If it doesn't live, most of the time it draws you even at least 2 cards. Because blue likes to draw cards, I have some draw card spells like Recurring Insight. Usually draws you a huge number of spells. Same goes for Flow of IDs, usually draws you at least 5 if you cast it on turn 6. Sphinx of Uthuun is Vector Fiction on a stick, giant flying beater and Vector Fiction. I like the combination. Thoughts Reflection doubles up all my card draw. It's a very nice card. Even if you don't play other spells with it, you get to draw 2 cards a turn. But all the other card draw spells get insane because they double up. Next up is Mindspring, draw X cards because I have so much mana rocks and mana in the deck. The X spells, draw card spells, are usually very good. Same goes for Blue Synthesis, also the X draw card spell. Fabricate fetches me any artifact in my deck, can be nice for certain situations, always nice. Treasure Mage fetches you anything from Wormcoil Engine, Steel Hellkite, Spine of Ish Sah and Mindslaver just to get what you need for the situation. And Trinket Mage usually fetches Everflowing Chalice, Soaring or Sensei's Divining Top. I play some creatures, especially Lorthos, so Swiftfoot Boots to give him Hexproof and Haste, Lightning Greaves to give him Haste and Shroud, and Darksteel Plate to make him indestructible, and also Darksteel Plate is indestructible, which means it's very annoying to get rid of. Psychosis Crawler, if you can protect this and draw insane amount of cards, your opponents are going to go down very quick, and also he becomes a giant beater. Frost Titan taps down other permanents, usually very good, at least for buying you some time, and he's annoying to get rid of. If he sticks, it's very good. Steel Hellkite, fetchable with the Treasure Mage, destroys problem permanents if necessary and if he connects, and also he gets the pump, so if you have a lot of mana which you don't need to use, you can make him do a lot of damage. Same goes for Wormcoil Engine, also fetchable with Treasure Mage, and just a giant lifelink Death Toucher, and if he dies you get some tokens out of the deal. Sphinx Ambassador, very fun card. If it connects, you can search target opponent for a creature, so his library for a creature, and you have to put it face down, and that opponent has to name a card, and if it's wrong, if it's not the card you put face down, you get it under play under your control. And usually they play so many creatures, they always guess wrong, so it's very good value. Storm-Tide Revision locks up all the creatures without flying, and has Island Walk, gives all my all lands are islands, so he's unblockable because of himself, and he's just locking down creatures without flying or Island Walk. Trinket Mage, if you can get it into play and it lives, usually means you win the game. You draw 7, each opponent's hand size is reduced by 7, so it usually means if you get the stick, you are in for some good times. Thada Adel, if you get it on early, get some Soul Rings. If you can get it to connect later on to a blue deck, you can still fetch some reasonable amount of artifacts. Guard Gomazoa, kinda hold down fort. It prevents all combat damage, so it blocks problem creatures. Phyrexia Metamorph becomes a copy of any artifact in play or creature, so it's very versatile, and there are so many good artifacts and creatures in EDH that it most of the time is a very good card to have. Mindslaver combos well with Academy Ruins. It's kind of a soft lock if you can lock down a player if you have enough mana. It's very nice, and also getting to control someone's turn usually pisses them off, which is quite funny. Mimic Vet, anything that dies you can keep plopping down tokens from. Very nice. I like the card. Sensei's Divining Top is needed. Look at the top 3 cards, put them back in any order, or you can get one of those 3 if necessary for just 1 mana. Fetchable with Trinket Mage. And we have Prototype Portal. If you can, if you have enough mana that you can put down Prototype Portal and one of the artifacts imprinted on it, and immediately make a token, that usually means you're getting value out of this, because if it isn't destroyed, you can keep on making tokens. And we have Acquire, search target opponent's library for an artifact card. Usually means you get some sick artifact, or at least a Soul Ring out of the deal, which is nice. And last, I have Time Stretch, take 2 extra turns just to set up for the win if necessary. Hey guys, thank you for watching CMDR decks. Please subscribe and favorite.